Welcome to PVT 1977 channel. Subscribe to the channel and don't miss the hottest news of the day. Our news today includes the following content. Zhao Lusi's condition has attracted the attention of the entire network, some opinions from the industry. According to media reports, actress Zhao Lusi was sent to the hospital for emergency treatment on December 18, 2024. She was paralyzed in a wheelchair. In addition to aphasia, even walking became difficult. She will have to undergo rehabilitation training in the future, and her work can only be paused. On January 1, 2025, Zhao Lusi, who had disappeared from the public eye for nearly a week, responded to her condition on the social platform and posted a photo of her medical record. The long article revealed that she began to experience depression in 2019. Because of her forbearing personality, she did not pay attention to it. In 2024, her condition worsened, and she had somatic symptoms such as frequent retching, dizziness, and joint pain, and was eventually diagnosed with dissociative conversion disorder. From part of the medical record photos she posted herself, the following content can be seen. Diagnosis: dissociative conversion disorder, anxiety state. Treatment: BMI less than 18.5, it is recommended to visit the nutrition department outpatient clinic due to weight loss. Anxiety 0.10 times, SC 0.10 times, eat, take care of yourself. 1/4 Maishiyu plus 1/4 Sinusi before going to bed. As a medical psychologist in a comprehensive tertiary hospital, I will combine my professional knowledge to briefly interpret Zhao Lusi's related conditions and popularize relevant knowledge. What is dissociative conversion disorder? Dissociative conversion disorder is a psychological disorder, mental disorder. According to the classification of the International Classification of Diseases, 11th edition, ICD-11, dissociative disorders are a general term for a large category of disorders, including dissociative neurotic symptom disorder, dissociative amnesia, trance disorder, dissociative identity disorder, etc. The American DSM-5 calls dissociative neurotic symptoms conversion disorders. Interpretation: the above diagnostic names are a bit complicated, but in fact, they are basically the same. Just understand dissociative conversion disorder as dissociative disorder. Characteristics of dissociative conversion disorders. Main characteristics: it is an involuntary integrated interruption of mental processes, which may manifest as complete or partial interruption or discontinuity. It is worth noting that the symptoms of dissociative disorders are highly dynamic and changeable. Patients may experience rapid changes in symptoms, and may even have different manifestations every day or every hour, ICD-11. This variability and unpredictability makes the diagnosis and treatment of dissociative disorders more challenging. The characteristic of dissociative conversion disorders is that people's mental activities cannot proceed naturally and coherently like normal, and there will be involuntary disconnections. This disconnection may be completely disconnected or only partially disconnected, as if the originally smooth mental chain has become disconnected. It should be noted that the symptoms of this disease are not static, but changeable. The patient's symptoms may change very quickly, so fast that they may be different at different times of the day or even every hour. Example: in the morning, the patient can still chat with his family like a normal person and recall the past events very clearly. But at noon, she suddenly seemed to have lost her memory. She didn't recognize her family, couldn't remember where she lived, and what she did for a living. In the afternoon, she seemed to be back to normal, but at night, she began to move her hands and feet uncontrollably, as if she was being manipulated by something, and couldn't control her body normally like in the morning. Throughout the day, her symptoms kept changing like a roller coaster. This is also where many netizens are confused. Why is Zhao Lusi different every day? In fact, this is exactly the misunderstanding that everyone does not understand this disease. Secondary features: not a normal manifestation of a certain culture or religious practice. Interpretation: the symptoms of dissociative disorder are different from those that normally occur in a certain culture or religious activity. For example, in some religious ceremonies, people may have more excited emotions, special movements, or enter a special mental state, but these are normal parts of religious ceremonies. The symptoms of dissociative disorder cannot be regarded as such normal cultural or religious behavior. What is the relationship between dissociative conversion disorder and anxiety state? Interpretation: there are some connections between dissociative conversion disorders and anxiety states, but they are different situations. Anxiety states are mainly an emotional experience, not a serious psychological disorder, as if there is always a little ant crawling in the heart, making people feel very uneasy, nervous, and worried. For example, a person is about to give a speech on stage, and when he is backstage, he feels very nervous, his palms sweat, and his heart beats faster. This is an anxiety state. Dissociative conversion disorders are more complicated. Sometimes, anxiety states may cause dissociative conversion disorders. Just like a person's anxiety accumulates too much and too seriously, just like a balloon is blown too big, and with a bang, the symptoms of dissociative conversion disorders may appear mentally. For example, a person has been in extreme anxiety for a long time, worrying that he will lose his job and worrying about family problems. Suddenly one day, he may have amnesia and can't remember the things he was worried about before. This may be a manifestation of anxiety-induced dissociative conversion disorders. But not all dissociative conversion disorders are caused by anxiety. Dissociative conversion disorder may also be related to other factors, such as experiencing a major traumatic event. What does the doctor's treatment mean? According to the photos released by Zhao Lusi herself, part of it is shown, and the other part is mosaic. The doctor treated BMI less than 18.5 and recommended a visit to the nutrition department due to weight loss. Anxiety 0.10 times, SC 0.10 times, eat and take care of yourself. Make sure you 1/4 plus zhaolusi 1/4 tablet before going to bed. The doctor handled it very professionally. The doctor first said the most serious problem, which may be life-threatening. BMI equals weight/height squared. The normal BMI is 18.5 to 23.9, and Zhao Lusi is less than 18.5, which means she is underweight. Combined with her dissociative conversion disorder and anxiety state, if the BMI is already less than 17.5 or lower, reaching the standard of anorexia nervosa, and it may be life-threatening. So the doctor suggested that she supplement nutrition and gain weight. What does 10 anxiety points, 10 SC points mean? This may be because Zhao Lusi was given the Minnesota Multiphasic Personality Inventory, MMPI, which is a psychological assessment tool commonly used by psychiatrists or psychologists. In this test, anxiety points may be the number of times anxiety-related items are mentioned. The SC scale is the schizophrenia scale, and the SC points may be the number of responses to the relevant items on this scale. This shows that she has positive results on these 2 points, but this is only a hint to the doctor and cannot be used as a gold standard for diagnosis. Does 10 SC points mean that there is a possibility of schizophrenia? Not necessarily. Psychological assessment is just a reference tool. It is like a detector that can detect some potential psychological tendencies, but it cannot directly diagnose. These points may be caused by factors such as the emotional state of the person being assessed at the time of the test, misunderstanding of the problem, or special life experiences. Suppose a boy has just experienced a very terrible disaster, such as an earthquake. During the psychological assessment, he may be frightened and the chaotic scenes of the disaster will continue to emerge in his mind. When answering questions like "Do you sometimes hear strange noises?" he may answer yes because he recalls the noise during the disaster, resulting in an increase in SC points. But this does not mean that he has schizophrenia, but that his current psychological state is affected by the event. What does make sure you 1/4 plus zhaolusi 1/4 tablet before bedtime mean? Make sure you trazodone hydrochloride tablets. This is an antidepressant. It mainly works by regulating neurotransmitters in the brain, such as 5-hydroxytryptamine. At therapeutic doses, it can help improve sleep problems. leowu, zolpidem tartrate tablets. This is a hypnotic drug, mainly used to treat insomnia. It can quickly induce sleep, shorten the time to fall asleep, and improve sleep quality to a certain extent. Take 1/4 of molitridine plus 1/4 of synrose before going to bed means that before going to bed, take 1/4 of a molitridine and 1/4 of a synrose. This is a more cautious way of taking medicine. It may be because the patient's symptoms are relatively mild, or the doctor considers that the patient is more sensitive to the medicine and uses a small dose of combined medicine to achieve the purpose of improving sleep and possible emotional problems. 6. How to treat dissociative conversion disorder and anxiety. Please trust professional doctors. The above doctor's treatment is very professional. There are referral recommendations to prevent underweight, drugs for depression and anxiety, and drugs to help sleep. The dosage is also very cautious. Psychological treatment. The symptoms of dissociative conversion disorder are often affected by psychological factors. Through appropriate explanations, suggestions, and emotional catharsis therapy, we can bring positive effects to patients. These methods not only help to improve patients' understanding of the disease, but also enhance their confidence in the treatment method so that negative emotions can be released in time. Behavioral therapy is a treatment method with more evidence-based evidence. For dissociative conversion disorders, systematic desensitization therapy, aversion therapy, operant learning therapy, and other methods can be used to gradually adapt patients with dissociative disorders to the real environment. Cui Guangqing et al.'s research confirmed that patients with dissociative disorders can continuously improve their ability to adapt to the surrounding environment when they explore their own symptoms and undergo cognitive psychotherapy. Cited from Cui Guangqing, Qiuhongzhong. Psychotherapy, M. Beijing, Beijing Science and Technology Press, 2006, 49-80. Chen Indi et al. Proposed that in order to alleviate the patient's condition, relatives can take positive measures, such as deliberately guiding the patient to turn their attention to activities or topics that interest them, or temporarily letting the patient leave the current environment so that they can relax and divert their attention from different perspectives and environments, which can effectively improve symptoms. Cited from Chen Indi, Wang Zuowei, Zhang Xiaoping, et al. Survey on Family Function of Patients with Depression, J. Journal of Clinical Psychiatry, 2006, 16, for 193 to 194. Tears. Zhao Lusi made her first public appearance after her illness. Netizens, so distressed. Film and television actress Zhao Lusi updated her status on the social platform. This is her first update since she became ill. It made many people feel distressed and sad. In the video, Zhao Lusi used 57 photos to summarize the past 2024. There are happy and sad. There are also photos of her trying to learn to walk after her illness, taking small steps with great effort. Previous media reports said that Zhao Lusi was rushed to the hospital for emergency treatment on December 18. At that time, she was paralyzed in a wheelchair. In addition to aphasia, even walking became difficult. She will have to undergo rehabilitation training in the future, and her work can only be put on hold. In another dynamic, Zhao Lusi is eating. She looks a little haggard without makeup. Her friends eat with chopsticks, but Zhao Lusi can only use a spoon. Because her hands are not flexible, she can only hold it awkwardly. Even though she is very ill, Zhao Lusi still maintains an optimistic attitude and tries to pose beautifully when taking pictures. Because she can't walk normally, her friends can only carry her to the bed. Seeing her friends pick her up so easily, you can imagine how light she is. Fortunately, Zhao Lusi has a group of friends around her. After she got sick, they put down their work to accompany her. Actor Zhu Rui and friend Wei Xiao both posted photos of accompanying Zhao Lusi on New Year's Eve. The group ordered a table of delicious food and welcomed 2025 in a lively manner. Friends also said in the comment area that everything is moving in a good direction and getting better slowly. Netizens said they felt very sorry for Lucy. Hope she will recover soon. What do you think about this? This concludes our news section. Welcome to leave your thoughts in the comments area. Let's discuss it together. Welcome, don't forget to give me a like and follow. Thank for all.